It's been over a year and a half since Valorant released a controller agent, which is pretty crazy if you think about it, but things are about to change because Harbor is almost here.
You're late.
Yeah, and you're heavy. Welcome to Valorant.
Harbor's kit is unlike any other agent. In fact, one of his abilities is able to block bullets. You heard me. One of his abilities literally blocks bullets. So let's get into it. So if you're like me and you've been playing a lot of Valorant lately, then sometimes you need a reminder to touch grass. And speaking of touch grass, make sure to check out the link below for some of our dope new merch. Episode 5 Act 3 is right around the corner. And yesterday, Liz, Dimitri, and I were lucky enough to test the new update early. And honestly, it was a lot of fun, but I know that most of you are dying to hear about Harbor. Harbor is Valorant's 5th controller agent, and he's the first agent we've seen who hails from India. All of his abilities are water-based, and aesthetically, they look pretty sick. So let's start there. His C ability, Cascade, sends out a wave that can go through walls and can be activated again to stop it. Any players who walk through it will be slowed. Harbor's Q ability, Cove, is probably the most interesting. It can be thrown onto the ground to create a shielding water sphere, which takes quite a few bullets to destroy. Harbor's signature ability, called High Tide, acts similar to a Phoenix wall, but instead you can curve it through walls. And just like Cascade, High Tide slows anyone who walks through it. Last but not least, Harbor's ult's Reckoning summons a geyser pool to the ground, and any enemies caught in it will be targeted and concussed. It can hit up to 3 times, so you definitely want to get the hell out of it as soon as possible. So Harbor is obviously meant to be a controller, but after playing against him yesterday, I think it's safe to say that he sort of plays like an initiator too. The fact that his abilities can slow and stun and his smokes are all single use makes him feel more like a hybrid agent, which I'm perfectly fine with. I play f***ing Chamber for what it's worth, so I can't say shit. That dude's still a duelist in my eyes. But plenty of pros and content creators have already pointed out that they don't think Harbor can fulfill the role of a solo controller agent. Obviously, it's only been a day and things will change as players learn how to play with and against him, but right now I agree with what most people are saying. He seems like a niche pick that will force teams to continue to run a second controller. Cove seems like a strong tool for retakes, especially on pistol rounds because it can take a lot of shots to break the shield, but personally, I think Viper is still stronger because she can use her utility whenever she has fuel. If Harbor had some type of fuel mechanic, then maybe he'd seem a bit more appealing to me. But again, I don't want to get ahead of myself because we've literally only seen this guy for a day. Overall, I think he's a cool agent and we definitely needed a new controller option, but I'll probably just continue to lock in Chamber and make my coworkers mauled.
Remaining. Nice. Well played, you guys.
GG. And next, I must talk about the most important part of the game. The one thing that keeps me coming back because I've just spent way too much money on them. The skins. The new battle pass is honestly clean. For $10, you get some nice skins, buddies, sprays, and what I always love are the new player cards. Good job, Riot. Take more of my money. Ion 2.0 is also on its way, so I'm pretty much f***ed. Another change that's coming next week is this new UI. I think it's pretty clean overall, but I can't click on my collection without first going back to the main menu right now, so it's kind of annoying, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. I'm excited for this update. I've been playing a ton of old school RuneScape lately, so I'm happy to see something fresh added to Valorant. I think this is what I and many others need to come back to the game.
The plan is, f it, we ball. Sound good?
Okay,
Grab the alt,
yeah.
grab the alt orb, grab the alt orb, then
Don't tell me
fuck
what
it,
to
we
do,
ball.
Tanner. Don't tell me what to do. How about that? Huh?